Some days you wake up already tired, not just physically, but tired in a way that settles behind your eyes and lingers in your chest. You replay conversations, you measure yourself against timelines. You scroll through lives that seem more complete, more polished, more figured out, and even when you try your best, it still feels unfinished, like something is missing, like you are missing something. There's a quiet pressure in modern life to arrive somewhere, to become someone quickly and flawlessly, to turn every effort into visible success. And when the results don't match the expectation, you don't just feel disappointed. You feel behind, feel uncertain, feel as if you have failed in ways no one else can see. But the truth is, so many hearts are carrying this same invisible weight. So many minds are quietly asking, why is it never enough? And tonight, maybe we don't need to answer that question. Maybe we just need to sit with it gently. In Japan, there is a quiet appreciation for things that are incomplete, not broken beyond use, just imperfect. A ceramic bowl with a crack is not thrown away, it is repaired with gold. The fracture is not hidden, it is honored. The break becomes part of its story. The bowl is no longer flawless, but it is deeply, undeniably real. This perspective reflects a deeper way of seeing life. Outcomes do not always arrive polished. Efforts do not always bloom on schedule. And yet, there is something profoundly human about the visible seam, the part that shows you tried, the part that shows you endured. When we accept that results can be imperfect and still meaningful, something softens inside us. We stop demanding perfection from every chapter of our lives. We begin to see that growth does not always look like completion. Sometimes it looks like continuing, cracked, mended, and still here. Each spring, cherry blossoms bloom in breathtaking beauty, and just as quickly they fall. Their life is brief, their fullness does not last, yet people gather beneath them, not to mourn their shortness, but to witness their fleeting presence. There is no anger at the petals for falling too soon. There is only quiet appreciation. In many ways, our efforts are like those blossoms. Some projects fade before reaching their imagined height. Some relationships end before becoming what we hoped. And perhaps the pain comes not from the ending itself, but from the belief that it should have lasted longer. Japanese thought gently reminds us that impermanence is not failure, it is nature. A blossom does not apologize for falling. Maybe you don't need to apologize for chapters that ended before you felt ready. Their beauty was not erased simply because they were brief. There is a quiet discomfort in unfinished things. An email left unsent, a goal not yet achieved, a version of yourself still in progress. We are taught to rush toward closure, to tie every thread neatly. But life rarely moves in straight lines. Often we live in the middle of stories we cannot yet understand. In Japanese homes, empty space is valued. It is not seen as lacking, it is seen as breathing room. Space allows objects to exist without crowding. In the same way, the space between effort and outcome may not be emptiness. It may be integration. Becoming, you may not have the result you wanted yet, or perhaps you never will. But the person you are becoming through the attempt that is quietly forming. The in-between is not wasted time. It is part of the design. It is the pause where strength gathers softly, without applause. There is a Japanese idea that effort itself carries dignity, even when unseen. Not everything needs to become a headline. Not every attempt needs validation. Some work is simply a conversation between you and your own spirit. You show up, you try, you adjust, you continue. In a world that measures worth through visible achievement, this can feel radical, to accept that the act of trying is already enough, that you are not defined solely by the finished product. Think of a craftsman sanding wood in a quiet workshop. No audience, no immediate praise, just steady hands shaping something slowly. You are allowed to live like that too. To shape your life without broadcasting every stage. To let outcomes arrive imperfectly. To trust that consistency. Gentle human consistency is more honest than flawless performance. Perhaps peace does not come from completing everything. Perhaps it comes from releasing the need to. When you stop fighting the fact that some things remain unresolved, you begin to breathe differently. There is less tightening in the chest, less urgency in the mind. You begin to understand that life is not a checklist, it is a landscape. Japanese philosophy does not promise perfect endings, it simply invites acceptance of what is. A crack in the bowl, pedal on the ground, a dream that changed form. These are not signs that you failed, they are signs that you lived. And maybe tonight, instead of asking, did I finish it perfectly, you can ask something softer. Did I live it honestly? And as you sit with that question, perhaps you'll notice something quiet and steady inside you. A peace that was never waiting for perfection, only for permission.